Hey everyone, welcome to the second video inspired by Zeronizer's closer look that he does. I just saw his 45-minute one on G.I. Joe, pretty good. I do plan, because I think I've seen one already, or one so far, of the Foot Locker set. It costs a lot, but you know what, if I have the money to do it down the line the next few weeks, if it's still there, I'm going to get it. I'm going to get the Foot Locker set. Apparently, a lot of people have said that the regular set is not so good, even though some people are saying it's being improved. So we'll have to see. Anyway, speaking of complete series sets, as you can see here, we have JEM and the Holograms. Now, I got this about a year or two ago. I think about a year or two ago, maybe three, when Shout Factory first released it. And to quote what Zeronizer's said in his video about G.I. Joe, Shout Factory picked up the ball when it came to JEM and the Holograms and G.I. Joe, and basically did what Rhino didn't. Shout Factory completed the set and just said, you know what, we're going to give the fans what they want. Because all we got basically with JEM, I think the furthest we got was Season 3, Part 1, and that was it. JEM was actually the second closest series. JEM was actually hold on a sec. JEM was actually the closest to being Rhino's second fully completed series, released on DVD. Rhino didn't complete that due to the fact that they took their time, according to what Zeronizer's said, and because they took their time, they lost the license. So enter Shout Factory, and Shout Factory said, you know what, screw it, we're going to do what Rhino didn't, we're going to release the entire set. Now what's funny about this is there are several of those newsstand magazines like Women's World and a few others that were actually doing advertisements for contests for people to win this set, because because of the popularity that JEM had over the years with the fan base. So I mean, heck, this character has actually had a huge impact on my family. My oldest sister named my niece, who is wow, she's gonna be 23 this year. Wow. But she named my niece after the title character on the show. Now, she didn't name her JEM, she named her the alter ego. She named her Jerica, but instead of with like 2 R's, it's just 1 R. And that was an email on my Kindle. So she named her Jerica, and then my niece tells me a couple weeks ago at my nephew's farewell celebration before he went to the Navy, she tells me that if she ever has a daughter, she's going to name her JEM. Basically after kind of carrying on to tradition and naming her after this character. So, but anyway, I got the series. I used to have the Rhino set, but I had to, I think I used to have one of the Rhino, if not both Rhino volumes, but then I had to sell them. So I decided to finally just get the set when Shout Factory did it. Now, of course, at the time when this show came out, I was into Transformers and G.I. Joe, He-Man, Thundercats, Silverhawks. I never really watched JEM that much or My Little Pony, but when I would enjoy them. As a kid, I would enjoy them. If there was nothing else on, and of course if it was raining, I would watch and enjoy them. So anyway, I got this through Amazon when it first came out. I was actually contemplating getting my sister a set as well as my niece a set. Well, just my sister and niece now, because you know this is where my niece got her name from. So anyway, this is you know, the set. This is bonus feature wise. You got a retrospective. I think maybe you could see that. I'm not really sure. Put it up there a little bit more. You got a retrospective featurettes, including brand new interviews with the cast, crew, and fans. You got original toy commercials, video jukebox, which is basically the music videos done in the series. You've got animated storyboards, original writer's Bible, and more. So that's pretty nice extras in there. Now, of course, just like with Transformers and the G.I. Joe sets, it's a regular box. You can see right there. And just like with the Rhino sets, I mean not Rhino, but just like with the Transformers and G.I. Joe sets, they are sold just like this, individually. Like you get the season 1, you can get season 2, and you can get season 3 all together. You can get all the sets all together in one packaging, so that's in one boxes. That's pretty cool. Now they did release them individually over time on their own, like I said, in these volumes, but they basically gave it the proper treatment. They obviously know that fans don't want to wait that long, so they gave them all the sets, or all the seasons, all in this one box set. So anyway, let's take a look at the seasons. All right, let's take a look at the seasons here. First of all, we'll go, of course, with season 1, and on the back here, all you have is bonus features. You have a video jukebox. We won't be getting to the other real bonus features until later on, but here you have a video jukebox, and yeah, there you go. And then on the inside, you have a listing of all the episodes, especially like the first 5 episodes, the beginning saga, if you will, up here, and then of course you go straight down here. One thing about JEM, and I think G.I. Joe followed this, did this as well, is even after they would do one miniseries, they would do another. Like after the beginning saga, we had the Starlight saga, and then we started to go into regular episodes, and then sometimes we would get 2-parters, like the JEM Jam, if you will, would be a 2-parter. And then of course the way they designed the disc was just to look like records. So you had purple records, and they would usually match the coloring of the disc cover. So you would have a purple record like a DVD disc. So here's disc 1, here's disc 2, disc 3, and then of course you have disc 4 right there, and then of course you have the background art, which isn't, some might say isn't much to look at, but it's pretty nice. It's really pretty nice right there, so really cool. And again, like I said, you get the episode listings for the episodes right there, and then the covers. Of course, you have JEM and the holograms on the front there. You have some screen grabs, if you will, screenshots. So really good, and it kind of gives you a description of that season, especially like the first episodes, a synopsis, if you will, right off the bat. So it's pretty cool. And I think if you're a boy, you kind of like what happens to Eric Raymond at the end of the beginning saga when Rio punches him right in the face. So if you're a boy and you liked action, you kind of got that action. Alright, so here we have season 2. and it has back here a synopsis as well about what's going on in that season. You got a synopsis here. And again, his is season 2. JEM is the only one on the cover. And then of course you got some screen grabs. And this is when they started adding in new members. You know, of course with Hasbro, when you would have another season for one of those shows, they always had to add in a new character. Whether that new character was a minor character, mid-major character, or just a character that needed to have an episode to really focus on them, and then that's it. I mean, heck, I'll tell you this. I've watched Transformers my whole life. From, you know, Generation 1, I used to watch all the episodes. I had totally forgotten that, what's their names? The Protectobots actually made their debut in towards the end of season 2. Yeah, the Protectobots and Defensor came in towards the end of season 2, not season 3. So that kind of surprised me a little bit. So anyway, we had new characters introduced here. We had characters like we had Rhea, which was a Latina character, people like that. We had Roxy get, you know, as a new member of the Misfits, and it was pretty good. I mean, the stories got more in depth, more dramatic. I'm not saying season 1 didn't have that; it did, but as you got into more of the seasons, they got more of that. And here you have only 4 discs, and again, once again, you have you know, the listing of the episodes right there. Like the talent show, the season premiere was 2 parts. And then, like I say, you got all these here. Then you got Hollywood JEM, part 1 and 2, which is the season 2 finale. And, you know, really, really good stuff. So, and then again, you got the same background as you did on the last disc. As you can see there, you got the same background. Then here, again, once again, the DVDs are designed to look like records. In this case, to match with the pinkness of the set. You have pink records. So here you have disc 1, you have disc 2, disc 3, and then of course disc 4 as well. So that's pretty good. And then again on the back is the synopsis, if you will, for season 2. And I think it was around season 2 they started using the newer intro that we saw a little bit of in season 1, but they were using it more often in season 2, because season 1 was kind of on and off. You would have the JEM Girls theme, JEM Girls songs, the Me and My Friends Are JEM Girls theme song for the show, and then you would have it would alter with JEM Is My Name theme song. So but season 2 and I think season 3 onward did the Me and My Friends Are JEM Girls more often than season 1 did. So, but yeah, there's season 2. And then of course we have season 3, and you have JEM on the front along with the Misfits and the Stingers. That's right, we had a boy band. We actually had, well, it wasn't just a boy band, but it was mostly the male lead was the lead singer was a male who was infatuated with JEM, who was in love with JEM, but was friends with, you know, who was kind of in love with JEM and everything, but was a good person at heart. And, you know, really the character development for him at, you know, in the season was really good. And then again, of course, it's like a blue cover, so you can imagine what the DVD disc looked like. And then you have the synopsis for the final season right up there. And then of course you have the bonus features. You have 3 brand new retrospective featurettes, original commercials, animated storyboards, the JEM and the Holograms Writer's Bible, rare DVD-ROM material, and more. So you can actually pop, I think it's disc 3, into your computer and you can get some bonus material through that. And yes, I said disc 3 because actually it is 3 discs, but you only have about a certain amount of episodes of JEM on here. Let me see, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. You have 13 episodes for the last season, which is pretty good. And then of course disc 3 is the bonus disc with the bonus features. Now of course disc 2 has a bonus feature of the jukebox, and again you get the listing down there of the episodes. And then here it shows you what's on the 3rd disc. And on the 3rd disc you have Showtime Synergy, the truly outrageous creation of an 80s icon. Glamour and Glitter, cast members look back at JEM and the Holograms. JEM Girls and Boys Remember. Original toy commercials, animated storyboards, and DVD-ROM exclusives. So that's pretty cool. And then again, like I said, the cover art, or the coloring scheme for the cover should have gave you an idea of what the disc were going to be. Once again, they're designed to look like records. So here you have disc 1 and disc 2, which is the series, the final 13 episodes. And then of course you have the bonus 3rd disc, which is the bonus features that I just mentioned. And overall, that, my friends, is JEM and the Holograms, the truly outrageous complete series. And again, gotta give props to Shout Factory for doing this, because I don't know how long it would have taken Rhino. The one thing that does surprise me though is, unlike G.I. Joe and Transformers, this never got a collector's set. It didn't get a collector's version. Transformers had the Masterpiece, or not Masterpiece, had the Masterpiece Matrix set, I think, or the Matrix Masterpiece collection. G.I. Joe had the Foot Locker one, which you can see on Zero Nazarek's latest video, his latest closer look video. But they never had anything for JEM. In fact, they never had anything for My Little Pony. It was just like, here it is. I can only assume that maybe they feel that JEM and MLP Generation 1 didn't have a big enough fan base to warrant something like a collector set. I would have to argue otherwise. I mean, maybe MLP Generation 1 maybe didn't as much as JEM did, but come on, JEM deserved just as much of a treatment as G.I. Joe and Transformers. And this is coming from somebody that never really watched it that much as a kid. I mean, I think if anything, what you could have done what they did. You could have given it a booklet. You could have, done maybe... Wait, you had about... Let's see... You had about 65 episodes with this, so you could have done maybe multi-DVD and multi-CD releases, audio CDs of the songs. You could have done that. You could have even done some remasterings of the songs, maybe for MP3 download or something. Or I mean, okay, what they did with G.I. Joe is they included in the Foot Locker set a dog tag, which was actually a flash drive with the silent comics of G.I. Joe. So you could have easily added maybe, I don't know, some kind of flash drive that looked like maybe earrings, or maybe looked like the earring that she would wear when she would go from Jericho to JEM or whatever, or go into a disguise or whatever. You could have had something like that could have been a flash drive and had the songs on there. But apparently you didn't do that. But apparently they didn't do that. But they should have. They should have. And but again, that's just my opinion on it. And that's all I can really offer is my opinion. But I feel that they should have at least did that for JEM in a sense, because that way you can have all the songs from the Holograms,